Hello guys, welcome to Football Fandom UK. Hope you are having a fantastic day. Sorry I haven't been with you for the last week. I've been a bit under the weather, so it wasn't wasn't the greatest way to do videos while I wasn't feeling at my best. But I'm feeling much better now. So my apologies for missing last week and not doing a video for the qualifying rounds. But I'm back with you now to bring you up to spec, which you guys all probably know what's been going on. But yeah, I'm here today to discuss the European qualifiers for the Champions League and UEFA Cup. Sorry guys, just adjusting the camera. So hopefully you guys will have liked what you've seen up to now with regards to the qualifying rounds. We're going to discuss that a bit further in a second. But before I do, if you're new to the channel, it'd be great if you watch the video. And if you like what you're seeing, could you like and share and subscribe? And if you've already been watching the videos and liking what you're seeing, please do the same. Be much appreciated. Right, guys, so let's get into it. So we start with the Champions League qualifying round, and last week obviously Celtic played away to CFR Cluj, and they got a 1-1 draw in that game in Romania, sorry. And so they play the second leg back at Celtic Park, and I think Celtic will be very strong at home and probably be too much for CFR Cluj. So yes, I expect that Celtic will do the business at home. They've made a couple of the other earlier rounds in the competition look a bit easier, but obviously as the rounds go on, the clubs do come up against tougher opponents, and obviously CFR Cluj, sorry, my apologies, have proved in the first leg to be a little bit more of a trickier challenge, but obviously Celtic are quite experienced in UEFA Champions League qualifiers, and hopefully at Celtic Park with the fans behind them, I personally think that they will get the job done and progress to the final round, which is in technical terms the fourth qualifying round, but the Champions League UEFA, should we say, like to call it the playoff round. And then we get to the bones of the competition where the group stages start. But yeah, as I say, I think Celtic will get that done, and hopefully they will, and we will have hopefully one Scottish team one step further to the Champions League group stages, which would be absolutely massive for Scottish football and for UK football in general. So yeah, guys, best of luck to Celtic in that next game. And I believe that game is on Tuesday, and kickoff is at 7:45. So yeah, all the best of luck to Celtic, and hopefully we will be discussing in the next video that they have got the job done and are into the final qualifying round before the group stages. So now, guys, we may move on to the Europa League. And we will be covering the Super Cup as well in a moment. But yeah, let's move on to the Europa League, the third round qualifiers. So we start with Linfield of Belfast. If you're not aware of Linfield, they're a Northern Ireland team, so they are part of the UK. So we will do our best to cover as many UK teams on Football Fandom UK. So they are part of the UK, so they have every right to be given a mention as much as any other UK club. They got a pretty positive result away against FK Sutjeska. I believe that. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, guys. But yeah, FK Sutjeska, a Montenegro club. So yeah, positive result for them was 2-1 away, which gives them a massive opportunity to get the job done at their own ground, and hopefully they will get through to the next round. And like I say, I think that's a really positive result for Linfield. They could really do get the job done at home and push on into the next round, and that'd be massive for Northern Ireland. And obviously here at Football Fan Den UK, we'd be absolutely chuffed to see a different UK team progressing further in the competition. Because as fans of football, especially on this channel, we want to see all UK clubs do the best they can in European competitions and fly the flag for the UK. So yeah, good luck to Linfield in the next round. Next we move on to the New Saints, which is a team technically called a Welsh team, but I believe, and don't correct me on this if I'm wrong, but I believe they're on the Welsh-English border. So that technically it makes them Welsh, bordering English, I'm not sure. But the county that they're technically a part of is Shropshire, so I believe. Well, as I've always understand it, Shropshire is a county within the UK. But if it borders into Wales, I stand corrected. But yeah, unfortunately, it's not good news for the New Saints, which is also known as TNS. Now, they played Ludogorets, a Bulgarian team, and unfortunately, they lost 5-0, which is going to be a very tough ask, I think, for them to turn that deficit round, even though in the second leg they are at home. And I think that's going to be a little bit too much for them to do. But you never know in football. Miracles can happen. We've seen plenty of shocks in football. I mean, last season, for example, who would have expected? I think most people had Liverpool written off in the knockout stages against Barcelona, and they managed to turn around a 3-0 deficit. It's a bit more to ask though for for New Saints to turn around a 5-0 deficit. But we wish them all the best of luck and hope that they can turn it round. But I think it's going to be a pretty tough ask. But for those of you that will be watching the game, the second leg is on Thursday, and that is at 6:30 p.m. So hopefully the New Saints will at least get a positive result for their fans. Even if they can't qualify, let's hope that they can at least get a win at home for their fans and go out of the competition in a positive way, if that is to be the case. But yeah, not looking good with a 5-0 deficit. But as we say, I wish them the best of luck. So now we move on to the next game, which was Wolves playing Punic. Some of these names, guys, are crazy. It's trying to pronounce them. It's like gob and nostrils. Punic, Armenian team. So yeah, that was a 4-0 victory for Wolves, and that was an away game. So that's massive for Wolves. Hopefully, they will get the job finished in the next round, which is the second leg, and that will be at Wolves' stadium. So I expect that Wolves will get through to the next round, no problem. So yeah, best of luck to Wolves in the home tie in the second leg. Kick-off for that game is on Thursday at 7:45 p.m. So yeah, as I say, guys, we wish Wolves the best of luck, and hopefully they will be into the final qualifying round. Next, we move on to Rangers, and they played away also, and they played Midtjylland. I'm finding it pretty difficult to pronounce some of these names. I think a lot of fans that don't particularly like their club playing in the UEFA Cup may not like the fact that their club play in the earlier rounds, not because of necessarily that the competition isn't the greatest, but trying to pronounce some of these names of some of these foreign clubs is a pretty big challenge. Never mind playing them, but yeah. So they played Midtjylland, a Danish club, and that was an away game, and they won 4-2, which is an extremely positive result for Rangers. So the second leg will be at Rangers' ground in Glasgow, and that will be played on Thursday at 7:45 p.m. kickoff. And I fully expect as well that Rangers will be too strong for that particular team. I'm not going to try and pronounce it again. But I think Rangers at home will be too strong and will get the job done. So best of luck to Rangers. and hopefully that will be another UK team into the next round. And finally, we move on to Aberdeen, and unfortunately, Aberdeen played away and they had a negative result against a team called Rijek, which is a Croatian team. And they lost that game, unfortunately, 2-0. But that is not impossible, guys. It's more than capable. If Aberdeen go out with the bit between the teeth and really have a go at them, there is every possibility that they could turn that deficit round at home in the second leg. The kickoff of the second leg is on Thursday, 7:45 kickoff also. So yeah, we wish Aberdeen, well, certainly I wish Aberdeen the best of luck, because as a football fan, I might not support these teams directly, but as a football fan, I want to see as many UK teams into going as far as they possibly can in European competition. And I think you guys, as football fans of UK clubs, should want the same. You know, the rivalries we have is absolutely awesome. But me personally, I think that them rivalries should be saved for domestic competitions. And when we enter European competitions, I think that fans should want UK clubs to progress and get as far in the competition as possible, because it is all positive for UK football if any of our clubs do progress far in competitions, whether it's UEFA Cup or whether it's Champions League. So yeah, guys, hopefully we will see some positive results in the second legs, and we will see quite a few English and Scottish and possibly Welsh teams as well progress, as well as Northern Ireland to progress. So yeah, if the results do go in a positive way, we could. That's a good point. I've just realised we could see a team from Northern Ireland progress to the next round, a Welsh team progress to the next round. We could also see at least 2 Scottish teams, possibly 3 if Aberdeen can turn that round. And as I said earlier, I think the New Saints have got a pretty tough job. I wish them all the best and I hope they do manage to turn that round, but I think it's going to be a bit of a tough ask. What do you think, guys? But yeah, so now finally, guys, we move on to the Super Cup, which is to be played on Wednesday. And that is 8 p.m. kickoff, and that game is to be played in Istanbul, and it will be played at Besiktas Park, which I believe is the home ground of Besiktas. The game is between obviously Liverpool and Chelsea, as most of you probably are aware. Last season's winners of Champions League and European UEFA Cup, respectively. Now, apparently, a little bit of info for you guys. Apparently, the capacity or the ticket allocation for the general public, or shall we say the fans, has been given, and that is 78% of the stadium. Now, due to the fact that I was working today, I have tried to gather as much information as possible, but I haven't been able to find. I did have a look, but I haven't been able to find exactly what the seating capacity is for Besiktas Stadium. But I should imagine for a final, obviously a Super Cup being technically a final, I should imagine it's going to be around at least, you should imagine, 60,000. If it's anything less, I'll be very much surprised. But yeah, that's going to be an interesting game. Yet again, 2 UK clubs playing against each other for the Super Cup, which is, in my opinion, a very positive thing for UK football. And hopefully we will see an absolute cracking game. Chelsea did obviously get beat against Man United over the weekend, so they might be more up for the game than Liverpool are expecting. And obviously Liverpool are on fire at the minute in European competitions. So anything could happen. We will certainly look forward to seeing that game and seeing what happens. But overall, guys, let's wish the best of luck to all UK clubs this week going into European competitions, and let's hope that they can progress to the next round and hopefully we will have a very good mixture of UK clubs into the group stages of the Champions League and the UEFA Cup respectively, which would be absolutely awesome, guys. So yeah, thank you very much for joining me today. Sorry that I have not been able to get many videos on last week. Well, I didn't get any videos on, if I'll be honest, last week due to not feeling at my best. But as I say, guys, I am feeling 100% now and firing on all cylinders. So hopefully this week I will be able to bring you a couple of videos and discuss many topics, hopefully within UK football. So for now, guys, take care, look after yourselves, and hopefully you will join me on the next video. Take care for now. Bye.